Did you know that ServiceNow focuses on cognitive assessments, which ensures that they only hire candidates with exceptional logical reasoning skills? Hi, this is Vadim from Online Training for Everyone, and in this video, we'll solve 10 questions to get you prepared for the ServiceNow hiring assessment test. The questions on the actual test always change, and what you will get might be different. But make sure to watch this video until the end and attempt all 10 questions yourself, as this practice exposes you to the variety of questions you might get and also boosts your cognitive, analytical, and problem-solving skills, sharpens your mind, and keeps you energized and ready for challenges. Let's go ahead and get started. Here's a quick question to sharpen your analytical abilities. You're presented with a series of matrices. Matrices 1, 2, and 3 have different shapes inside. Your goal is to determine which shape comes next, and you need to select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. With this question, you need to think fast. Just like an actual test, your goal is to comprehend and decide before timer is up. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side and review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. I hope you're prepared, because while the answer is simple, it's not immediately obvious. Let's work through the solution step by step. There are 3 important patterns in this sequence, and each pattern resides in a column of the matrix. Let's start with the first, leftmost column. In the first object, we see a square in the upper left corner. In the second matrix, we don't see anything, and in the third one, we again see the same square, which means that the pattern of the first column is that the dark square alternates and appears in every other shape. Let's switch our focus to the second column. In the first object, we see a triangle, then we see a square, and then in the third object, we see a pentagon. What's interesting about this pattern is that the shapes move from the middle row to the upper row and then back to the middle row. On top of that, number of sides in each shape increases. Triangle has 3 sides, square has 4 sides, and pentagon has 5 sides. Can you guess the number of sides in the missing object? I think you guessed it right. Number should be 6. But it doesn't help us much because all choices A, B, C, and D all have hexagons. So unfortunately, we need to continue and uncover the third magic pattern. Let's look closely at the column 3, the rightmost column. What's interesting, we see the donut always stays in the third column and then moves from the middle row to the bottom row and then back to the middle row. Let's go back to the original question and construct the missing object. Based on what we've learned, the missing object should have no shapes in the column 1, it should have a hexagon in the top row in column 2, and then it should have a donut in the bottom right corner. Which means that the correct answer here is choice D. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with a series of 3x3 matrices. 3 matrix objects are present and the 4th one in the series is missing. You need to select the missing object out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Once you've determined your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Let's challenge your problem-solving skills with this intriguing question. If storing 200 gigabytes of data in Amazon AWS costs $4, how much data can you store with $10? Your choices for the answers are choice A, 400 gigabytes, choice B, 500 gigabytes, choice C, 600 gigabytes, and choice D, 700 gigabytes. Just like with real assessment, focus on the question and choose your answer before time runs out. Once you're ready, we will reconnect on the other side to review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. I hope you're ready, because the solution is simple, yet it requires careful thought. Let's tackle it together. Let me offer you 2 ways to solve this challenge, and you post in comments which way you like better. In the first approach, we will calculate it by using cost per 1 gigabyte. If cost for 200 gigabytes equals $4, It means that cost per 1 gigabyte would be 4 divided by 200 and would be 2 cents per gigabyte. Now let's calculate how much can we purchase for $10. 10 divided by 2 cents equals 500 gigabytes. But wait, what if you don't have a calculator handy? Or maybe you're trying to improve your mental math skills. Let's solve it by doing the calculations per 100 gigabytes. If cost for 200 gigabytes equals $4, it would mean that cost per 100 gigabytes would equal 4 divided by 2 and would equal $200 per 100 gigabytes. Which would mean that for $10 you can purchase 10 divided by 2 multiplied by 100 gigabytes would be equal 500 gigabytes. Which way did you like more? Make sure to post your answer in comments. And as you might have guessed, the answer for this question is choice B, 500 gigabytes. You're presented with 3 by 3 matrix. First row of the matrix has numbers 4, 5, and 15. Second row has numbers 2, 7, and 14. And then the third row has numbers 3 and 8. And then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 21. Choice B, 24. Choice C, 28. And choice D, 32. Here is our plan. Take a moment to understand the question, just like you would during the real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution to this question is as simple as elegant as this amazingly cool shape. Let's take a close look at the numbers in the square. The pattern here is that the numbers from the left column matched and multiplied with the numbers in the middle column to calculate the right column value. Let's look at the example and start with the number 3 in the bottom left corner. 3 multiplied by 5 equals 15. Let's confirm our hypothesis with other examples. Let's move to number 2. 2 multiplied by 7 equals 14. If you've noticed, we've used almost all the numbers 3, 2, 7, 5, 15, and 14. So now it's the time to calculate the magic number. 4 multiplied by 8 equals 32. So the correct answer here is choice D, 32. Hold on! Are you ready for another round? Now, as you know how to tackle these types of challenges, let's keep the momentum going. Try this question to see how you would do. You are presented with 3 by 3 square. First row in the square has numbers 4, 5, and 10. Second row has numbers 3, 4, and 12. And then the third row has numbers 2, 7, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 21. Choice B, 24. Choice C, 28. And choice D, 32. After you worked out your answer, post it in comments and I'll share with you my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Here's the deal. To solve this question, we need to consider it as a new opportunity to demonstrate your strengths and your intelligence. Trust in your preparation and let confidence carry you through. You're presented with 4 crypto pairs, 2A, C4, 6E, and then comes the missing pair, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, G8, choice B, B9, choice C, F8, and choice D, H9. Review this question carefully, just like you would on a real test. Choose your answer before time runs up, and I'll walk you through the solution afterwards. Let's begin. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because even though pairs looks like a crypto, the pattern here is really simple. As you might have guessed, letters and numbers represent 2 separate sequences. Every other letter is skipped. So for example, we see letter A, but letter B is skipped. Then we see letter C and letter D is skipped. Then we see letter E and letter F is skipped. And very similar pattern is applied to the numbers. We only see even numbers. 2, 4, 6, and then comes the next number, which is very easy to calculate. Did you calculate it by now? After E comes skipped letter F, and then after that comes letter G. And then after 6, the next number is 8. So missing numbers are G8, and the correct answer here is choice A, G8. In this question, you're presented with unusual but very cool looking set of expressions. First expression is soccer ball plus basketball equals 7. Second expression is basketball minus soccer ball equals 3. And then the third expression is soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8, choice B, 10, choice C, 12, and choice D, 15. This is our plan. Take a moment to understand the question, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose your answer as 1 out of 4 possible options, and you need to do it before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I truly hope so, because the solution is as simple and as elegant as this set of expressions. To solve this challenge, we need to remember high school math, or maybe middle school math, or maybe even elementary school math. Remember, we used to do it with x and y variables. Here, instead of x and y, we have basketball and soccer ball. To get the answer to this challenge, we need to use our 3-step solution. In the first step, we will calculate the value of the basketball. In the second step, we'll calculate the value of soccer ball. And then in the step 3, we will calculate the expression. You know, the expression with the missing value. Soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals question mark. Let's do it step by step. First, let's join 2 equations together. Soccer ball plus basketball in parentheses plus basketball minus soccer ball in parentheses equals 7 plus 3. After we simplified, we learned that 2 basketballs equals 10, which would mean that 1 basketball would equal 10 divided by 2 and would equal 5. Now we're ready for step 2 to calculate the value of the soccer ball. Let's substitute the value of the basketball in the first equation. Soccer ball plus 5 equals 7, which means that soccer ball value is 2. Let's summarize. We've completed first 2 steps, and we've learned that value of the basketball is 5, and the value of the soccer ball is 2. Now we are ready to solve the original expression. Remember the one? Soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals question mark. Cool thing about what we know now is that we know the values of both soccer ball and basketball. Let's substitute them. 2 multiplied by 5 equals 10. So the correct answer here is choice B, 10. Here's the question interviewer might ask you to test both your business knowledge and analytical thinking. Let's see if you know the answer. How well do you know the origins of some of the world's most valuable companies? Which company started in a garage? Believe it or not, the answer might surprise you, and you need to select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, Amazon, choice B, Apple, choice C, Google, and choice D, Facebook. Here's the deal. Review this question carefully, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose your answer before time runs out. And when you have your answer ready, we will walk through the solution together. Let's begin. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope you did not select answers A or D. Amazon was started in Jeff Bezos' rented house in Seattle, and Facebook was launched from a Harvard dorm room. But if you have selected Apple or Google, you are right. In fact, there are 2 correct answers to this question. Apple's humble beginnings in the garage highlight its remarkable journey to becoming one of the world's largest tech companies. And Google was also founded in the garage in Menlo Park. So the correct answers here are choices B, Apple, and C, Google. This problem reminds me of my high school math experiences. When I would approach the teacher with the problem, she would always say, I can give you 20%, but you would need to figure out the rest on your own. I was grateful, in fact, she did this, since this allowed me to learn the concept better. But let's look at the problem. You're presented with the equation 90 minus 20% minus 3 multiplied by 4 equals question mark, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 60. Choice B, 65. Choice C, 62. And last but not least, choice D, 68. Hey, don't get discouraged. Whether you're a current subscriber or actively looking to become a subscriber, I have complete faith in your ability to overcome this challenge and solve this problem. Just be sure to grant yourself sufficient time to do the calculations. Are you ready? Let's first look at the challenge, which could quickly discourage you. You see 20% here, and this 20% is very unusual way of showing the percentages. In fact, the way percentages are shown here in this expression is not the typical way of presenting percentages in math. But hey, don't get discouraged here. Just use common sense and move forward to complete the calculations. And the calculations are very simple here. 20% is 20% of 90. So the solution here would be 90 minus 20% of 90, which is 18, minus 12, which is end result of 3 multiplied by 4, which is equal 90 minus 30 and equals 60. So the correct answer here is choice A, 60. Let's face it, with this question, it would be helpful to remember the famous quote from Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. He used this quote to describe his work on inventing the light bulb. And I'm thinking, why don't we approach this question with a mindset of experimentation and resilience, knowing that each attempt brings you closer to finding the right solution. You're presented with 3 triangles. Each triangle has surrounding numbers on the outside and the number in the middle. The first triangle has numbers 1, 2, 3, and then number 7 in the middle. The second triangle has numbers 2, 3, and 4, see the pattern? And then number 14 in the middle. Then the third triangle has numbers 3, 4, and 5. Again, I see the pattern repeating. And then missing number in the middle, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 23. Choice B, 27. Choice C, 29. And last but not least, choice D, 37. Time's up. Are you ready with your answer? For example, in this question, the pattern is that the bottom numbers multiplied with the addition of top number calculate the number in the middle of the triangle. Let's look at the example in the first leftmost triangle. 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1 equals 7. Let's verify this pattern with the middle triangle. 4 multiplied by 3 plus 2 equals 14. And now we can calculate the missing number. 5 multiplied by 4 plus 3 equals 23. So the correct answer here is choice A, 23. What is the most important thing you can find in the corporate world? Nope, it's not the coffee machine, it's annual goals. And the perfect word to describe them is exactly the one you need to guess. Because in this question, you are presented with 5 letters. You need to rearrange and guess the word. And here's the caveat. You only can use each letter once. So it's time to put your detective hat on, because we are hunting down the holy grail of corporate happiness. And here's the hint for you. It's not an extra PTO, paid time off day. Sorry, just the 3 letters there. And make sure to take your time with this particular question. Or just keep rearranging the letters until it starts making sense. Or maybe it never does. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? The answer is bonus. It is spelled B-O-N-U-S. And here's the pro tip for you. If you're trying to figure out this question in the office, make sure to shout it out loud, because bonus is one word that can grab everyone's attention faster than unexpected Friday off. And now it's your turn. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see if you are ready for the corporate world. You're presented with 5 letters, T, D, U, I, and A. You need to guess a word, and you need to use each letter only once. And here's the hint for you. When you hear this word in the office, the correct response is a gasp followed by a suspicious glance at the accounting department. Trust me, it's an instinct. Need more help? Here you go. This word has the power to make even the bravest of corporate warriors break out in a cold sweat. But don't worry, as long as you can spell it correctly, you're probably not in trouble yet. Here's what we're gonna do. Once you've determined your answer, post it in comments and I'll give you my feedback. Good luck with this intriguing challenge. Remember the wisdom of Ralph Waldo Emerson? What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. This wisdom should help us tap inside our own potential and help us solve this particular question. Let's harness our inner strength and potential to tackle this test with confidence, knowing that our capabilities far exceed any challenges that we may face. You're presented with 4 shapes. Each shape consists of pentagon, triangle, and the donut. You need to determine which shape does not belong to the sequence. And your choices are, out of 4 shapes, choices A, B, C, and D. Do you see the answer? Well, this question may not be the easiest to solve, just like a lot of things in life. But I know you have the skills and creativity to tackle it. Trust in your abilities and let's explore all possible options. Let's tackle this as a team. Are you ready to show your answer? And the solution here might be easier than you think. To solve it, you need to rotate the shapes to put them into the equal position. For example, we can use position of the shape A as a base position. And this will help us equalize all the shapes to see the difference and find the answer. We can keep shape A in the same position. All we need to do is to rotate shapes B, C, and D. And once you put all 4 shapes side by side, then you can see that the donut in the shape D is in the right corner instead of the left corner for the shapes A, B, and C. So the correct answer here is choice D. Here's the brand new question for you to solve. Take a look at this pyramid, which has numbers 22, 34, 8, 14, and 20, and then the bottom row has numbers 3, 5, 9, and 11. Your choices for the answers are choice A, 54, choice B, 56, choice C, 58, and last but not least, choice D, 59. Please take as much time as you need to solve this question and reinforce your learning. And when you're done solving it, make sure to post your answer in comments so I can give you my feedback. Thanks for participating and good luck on this intriguing challenge. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.